Alright.
Single malt Miyagikyo. It's a Japanese bike. It's a Japanese whiskey. We'll stick with the theme. Now, if we was doing Petunia back there, secretly she's got some foreign parts on her too, even though she's a Harley. But that's another day. So, let's have another look at the bottle. My wife will probably be pulling up here in a minute. Oh, apples, 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 apples. It is a single malt produced by the Nikka Whisky Distilling Company, Japan. It's 45% ABV, distilled and matured at Nikka Sendai Miyagikyo Distillery. Miyagikyo single malt. This is a single malt from Miyagikyo Distillery, Nikka's second distillery, built in 1969. The founder, Masataka Takasura, chose the site in the mountains of the Sendai to contrast with his first distillery, Yoichi, located in the coastal area. Using less peaty malt and distilled in a pot still heated by indirect steam, Miyagikyo single malt has an excellent fruitiness and distinctive aroma with a strong sherry cask influence. And it even shows you probably won't be able to see it on here. There's my wife. But it shows you kind of where in Japan it's located at. Doesn't say anything about age, color-wise. Doesn't say anything about color. And my wife forgot her school keys. So she's made the video again whether she knows it or not. She's still working in all this. She had to go back to school, get her computer. She's done for the day, but then she, oh, sorry about the greasy hands. I'm working on a motorcycle. What do you think? Changed the oil in it too. Apples, 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 green apples. There is a faint bit of smokiness in this though. I wouldn't necessarily call it a peatiness, but I would call it a smokiness. You also got that barley malt sugar coming through really well. And just an ever so touch of almond in this. There's just a little bit of almond coming through the nose. That's sweet apples. That green apples with that sweetness is. Almost reminiscent of after you cover your apple pie for the evening. In the morning when you take your cover off and that first whiff that gets you. My mouth is watering, by the way, guys. That's the neighbors you hear in the background. Oh my gosh. This needs another sample. It's got a little minerality. It's got a whole lot of maltiness in there. The maltiness is coming through much more on the palate than it does on the nose. It has more of a richness than you would guess by looking at the legs. Not that the legs fall slow, but it's not what I would call super viscous. It's probably average viscosity. But it sure has a wonderful that malty character to it. It does surprisingly finish fairly long. It's still going on. There is that underlying metallicness that stays through the finish though. but the barley malt and the sugars are there. Still has the nuttiness. I mean, this one is remarkably, the palate is following the nose, other than I didn't get none of the minerality on the nose that I get on the palate. Now it is $60 some for that bottle. And I'm not sure that it is actually worth the $60 some. We'll just say 65 because I can't exactly remember what I paid for it, but I know it's over 60. So we'll say in the $65 range. I can buy single malts that are this character influenced, taste wise and mouth coating wise. So I see no that I can buy them cheaper. So there would be no real honest reason to buy this for this price, unless if you get it in the $55 range somewhere. This would be great. This would be ideal for that. This price, it's a little, to me, it feels a little like more expensive than what it should be. Drinkability, perfect drinkability though. This might be an adventure because I'm in a bad place in all honesty. We'll see how this goes. That'll be good, honey bun. Better stop before I get run over. Anyway, it's just a fruity malty with a little bit of smoke scotch with some minerality. It's a Highland. It's really just a Highland, probably a little more smoke than your average Highland. So take it for what it's worth. The 45% is nice. It helps cover a lot of things up. It doesn't drink like 45%. It drinks like a 40%er. It masks that other 5% very well. I enjoy it, other than I think it's a little bit overpriced. Anyway, remember, the spirit in your glass ain't running from you. Put my glasses back on so I can see. Spirit in your glass ain't running from you. Take your time, sip and enjoy it. You'll be better for it, as will we all. Got to finish my job here, and I got to put this up so I don't get splattered with the chain lube. Later.